So, what if I told you that you could launch a whole online business for just 49 bucks? I mean, really. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty hidden corner of the internet where that's not just a hypothetical, it's the actual sales pitch. We're talking about something called social media marketing panels, or SMM panels, and we're going to pick apart a specific product that says it'll hand you the keys to this whole world for less than you'd pay for a new video game.
You've seen it, right? Some account on social media just explodes out of nowhere with thousands of new followers overnight. And you're sitting there thinking, where did those come from? Is there like a secret shop you can go to for online fame? Well, the crazy part is, yeah, there is. And believe me, it is a way bigger business than you probably think.
All right, so to really get our heads around this, we have to look at the infrastructure that's propping this whole hidden economy up. It's basically a full-blown marketplace. You've got sellers, you've got buyers, you've got digital storefronts, and it's all humming along right under the surface of the apps you're scrolling through every single day.
Okay, so at the very center of this whole marketplace is something they call an SMM panel. And really, it's simple. It's just an online shop. It's an e-commerce site. But instead of selling you a t-shirt or a new phone case, its entire inventory is, well, it's digital engagement. We're talking YouTube views, Instagram followers, TikTok likes, you name it. You can kind of think of them as the wholesalers for the creator economy, right? They're the crucial middleman connecting the people who supply these services with the people who want to buy them. It's this whole bustling, hidden digital bazaar. But here's where it gets really interesting. What if you wanted to be the one running the shop? Well, it turns out you absolutely can. And that's really what we're digging into today. See, there's a whole industry that's popped up not just to sell these services, but to sell you the entire business in a box so you can start your own SMM panel. And that brings us to a product called Smentools. Now, according to their site, they sell what's known as a script. And that's just a fancy word for, well, the business in a box. It's the complete software package you need to launch your very own SMM panel and jump right into this marketplace as a seller. Okay, so let's get into the details. What do you actually get for your money when you buy one of these scripts? Let's break down the features that SMM Tools is advertising right there on its homepage. So the package seems pretty complete, right? You get the main software, you can tweak the design with different themes, and they even say they'll install it for you for free. But check this out. This child panel feature is kind of wild. It means your customers could then set up their own little panels all running through you. It's almost like they're selling you a franchise system. And on top of all that, you get 12 days of WhatsApp support to help you get going. Now, here's a little detail that I think tells a huge story. The script comes with over 50, that's 50, different ways for you to get paid. And we're not just talking about Visa and MasterCard here. No, they've got international bank systems and even manual payment options. What does that tell you? It tells you that the target audience for this is absolutely global. They're thinking about customers in every corner of the world using all kinds of different financial setups. And of course, they've got to talk about security, right? I mean, you're running an online business. The developers claim their code is 100% secure against all the usual scary-sounding cyber attacks. You know, the different ways hackers try to sneak in and mess things up. And this is a huge selling point. It's all designed to make you feel like, okay, my new business is safe, and my customer's info is safe too. So that's the product itself. But what's maybe even more interesting is how they're selling it. The language they use in their sales pitch, well, it tells you a lot about just how competitive and maybe a little bit shadowy this whole market really is. And their whole sales strategy really boils down to a classic us versus them playbook. They draw a very clear line in the sand. On their side, you have the good guys, the professional, trusted developers with the original, perfect script. And on the other side? Well, that's them, this vague, undefined group of competitors that they just paint with a broad brush as unreliable scammers. And look, this is their pitch in their own words. We pulled this right off their website. It's an incredibly direct and aggressive way to market. I mean, they're not just calling out competitors, they're naming a specific country and flat out accusing them of selling broken, pirated stuff. The goal here is pretty clear. They want you to think this market is a minefield, and they're the only safe path through it. Okay, let's pull all these pieces together. We've looked at the product, we've looked at the sales pitch, so what's the final proposition they're making to someone who wants to start their own online business? And really, the core of their promise comes down to one word: simplicity. They boil the whole journey down to just 3 easy steps. Step 1, download the script. Step 2, get the free installation. Step 3, start growing your business. That's it. It's that classic turnkey idea. They literally hand you the keys. All you have to do is get in and drive.
And the price to get into this world, the cost of those keys? $49. Now, the website frames this as a huge discount, saying it was originally $120. But either way, that low one-time payment is clearly designed to make the barrier to entry, well, practically zero. And really, that's the ultimate pitch, isn't it? For less than $50, what you're really buying is a key that SMIM Tools promises will unlock the door to your own online business, right in the middle of the massive and, yeah, often controversial social media marketplace.
And that leaves us with one last, much bigger question to chew on. I mean, look, this is just one product in one specific niche. But think about it. When the tools to launch a global online business become this cheap, this easy to get your hands on, what does that really mean for the future of the internet? For what it means to have a job? For competition? For the entire shape of our digital world?